So people are calling in and go, oh, I want to hear about your Abercrombie & Ken thing. And they spent 20 minutes asking you questions. And these guys took notes. They knew the name of your dog, what kind of car you drove, what your hobbies were. They knew about your pets. They knew everything about you. And they said, Mr. Bodnarchuk, I know you're probably, you call this for a reason. You want to hear all about Abercrombie & Ken. Here's what I'm going to FedEx you tonight, a full package of video. It's all going to be there. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I'm going to call you to make sure it arrives. They FedExed it. They did exactly what they said. They called you at 10:01. They had already checked with FedEx to make sure you'd signed for it. They called you and said, Mr. Bodnarchuk, I'm so glad you received it. I know you're going to want to go through it with Kelly tonight. Can I call you tomorrow? Is tomorrow at morning or afternoon better for you? Afternoon, great. Is 2 or 4:30 more convenient? 4:30, great. What's the best number to reach you, Mr. Bodnarchuk? 4:30, great. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a follow-up email just to make sure that you and Kelly watch the video, look at the information, so I can answer any questions tomorrow at 4:30. I mean, that's a true salesperson. The next day, they emailed them prior, confirming their meeting at 4:30. They called them at 4:30. Now, for the first time, they'd start talking about Abercrombie & Ken. But they put it in context with the 20 minutes of notes they took on that person. So they would only refer the destinations. Well, I know that you and Sally have a grandchild, in Phoenix, so you'd want to do that one. And I know you guys love cowboy, you like fishing. So all of a sudden, they took the 20-minute conversation, put it in context, and really explained the opportunity. At that point, they asked you, this is on the second phone call, for a $5,000 reservation on the phone. You've never met anybody, you've never been to a sales office, you've never been on a property. They got a $5,000 reservation 80% of the time on the phone. It's completely refundable. At that point, they would send you like a 100-page, the contract. They'd send you everything. Like it literally was like a $100 brochure that would show. They FedExed it to you, same process. They called you at 10:01. Did you get it? I know you'll need a few days to review it. Let me call you back. I'm going to introduce you to our director. He's going to answer more of your questions. He knows more about the legal contracts than I do. So they scheduled an appointment a few days later. This is all on the phone. They've never met anyone, never seen anything yet. Now they bring on the closer, which was the director, and they went through a 45-minute presentation, and they're getting $250,000 orders wired to them. In some cases, $500,000 all on the phone. They did $180 million a year doing that, completely on the phone. To me, that's the epitome of what we're talking about. I'm not saying that any of you are going to be taking deals on the phone, but if we follow their process, it's incredibly effective. So even if we can replicate parts of those things, it's very, very powerful. So I believe it can be done on the phone, but it's all about the customer. It's about that relationship. They had the relationship in the first call, and that's how they got them to go to the next level and the next level, etc.